What's up, guys? This is Christian Brindle with Six Figure Medicare Agent, and I hope this video finds you doing well. I'm really excited to bring you this data and this information and this breakdown of one of my Facebook ads that I personally ran during open enrollment as a Medicare agent myself to get business. Before I talk about that, though, I got to talk to you guys about my favorite lead company in the world, and that is Lead Heroes. Guys, if you've never worked telemarketed leads before, you really are missing out because they're incredibly high intent leads. And Lead Heroes is my favorite and the best company at it that I'm aware of. Glenn Shelton's a friend of mine, but he's also an incredibly savvy marketer, and he's a fantastic business builder when it comes to generating high intent and high quality leads through telemarketing. Lead Heroes does all the hard work for you. They take the time of finding the prospects through, talking with them over the phone. They pre-qualify them for you. They make sure that they're number one, interested, number two, qualified, and number three, in your area and range in terms of what you wanted to get business. Whether you're looking for Medicare supplement leads, final expense leads, turning 65 leads, or maybe even you want to do a custom calling campaign like we did during open enrollment, to where they'll schedule preset appointments for you and kind of custom make it to what it is that you want it to be and pay them by the hour, one of their callers, you can do that. Just because you're watching this video today, Lead Heroes is offering to give 10% off all orders on their website, down with a coupon code you'll find down in the description, along with a link to their website. Don't miss out. Hope you enjoy these leads, because we certainly have. Enjoy the video. Okay, guys, happy post AEP. This is Christian Brindle coming to you on December 8th, the day after AEP. I hope you guys really do love me. I hope you do appreciate me. And if you do me a favor, drop a like on this video real quickly, because day after AEP, day after the grind, day before I'm actually going out of town to work with a group of agents of mine, I'm here in the office making a video for you guys, one that I promised I'd make. If you're in our private Facebook group, Six Figure Medicare Agent, and if you're not and you're a Medicare agent, there's a link to it down in the description if you'd like to possibly get in there. But it's a community that I run with about 1,500 plus agents in it at this point, not even a year old. And it's where we share ideas. People in the industry, we help each other out. We give free advice, and I post trainings and all kinds of free information in there for people that are Medicare agents. But I put a post in there in the middle of the open enrollment period about a Facebook ad that I was running, that it seemed to work pretty well, and it was something that I hadn't really tried in the past over the years since I've been doing Facebook ads, and it was something that was very different. And I put a post up to see if you guys wanted me to do a review on it and kind of break down the numbers and everything that's associated with it, from top to bottom, how much money it cost, how much money it made us, et cetera, et cetera. And it was an overwhelming response, right? And so a promise is a promise. So here I am. I just wanted to get the video out of the way because I have so many things to take care of this month, and I did kind of want to relax a little bit with my family. So anyway, guys, let's just kind of jump right into this here. This is the Facebook ad right here. Now, it ran officially, and I will post a screenshot right here of the different numbers that we had associated with it. So what the idea of this ad was it was a video ad. It was a brand awareness ad, actually. And we did it in a local area here, about 50-mile radius from the office. And I didn't use any pixels on this particular ad. I didn't do any retargeting of any kind, mainly due to the fact that the link that we were kind of funneling everybody into was a Calendly link. So a Calendly link, if you're not familiar, is a link to my calendar. So people can click on this link, they can see my calendar, they can click on, let's say, this day, and they can schedule a time at their convenience. And kind of the idea of the ad, and we weren't able to kind of put any pixels into something like that, so there was no way to retarget. So it was a little bit of a risk, because usually when we run ads like this, I'll usually have a pixel set up on the landing page, so that way I can collect the people's information. I'm able to retarget them with other ads and so on and so forth. But this time around, I didn't really do anything like that. It was kind of an experimental thing here. The whole idea of the ad was it was supposed to be for local people here in the area, where they would see my video. I would kind of create some kind of, awareness with them and kind of credible trust with me by seeing me in the video and kind of doing a short little talk about what I could do for them. And the idea was they would schedule their own appointments. And we would be able to kind of have them come into the office. And it was kind of a bizarre kind of trick that I wanted to try. But one thing during AEP that I've noticed year in and year out is every year I seem to have less time available than I did the year before. And so for me, this AEP, the big focus was creating more time. That's why we did so many telemarketed scheduled appointments with Lead Heroes, because they were appointments that I didn't need to take the time to call and make myself. They were made for me. Even if the quality of appointment was a little bit lower than one I could make by myself, it was worth it for me because it saved me time. And time is just something I don't have any to spare during open enrollment. And so this was kind of the idea of that. I understood by running an ad like this, it would lower the intent a little bit. It would raise the intent a little bit, but it would also raise the cost per acquisition. But I was completely okay with that because it was a time saver. And that's really what I was concerned about. And so the ad ran from between October 15th of 2020 and December 20th of 2020. So we ran it for a month and 5 days total. And I'll kind of break it down a little bit here. So this is the guts and the glue of the ad right here. Here's the ad copy. So it just says, "Hey there, people on Medicare in Utah." This was specifically targeted for Utah because that's where we are. There are some really exciting changes happening with what's available in 2021. As a local to Utah Medicare specialist, I've seen it all. I have been working with people on Medicare since I was 20 years old. So that what I'm doing right there is I'm kind of building up my credibility a little bit. So that way people, I'm trying to really kind of capture them as they're kind of scrolling down. Medicare benefits have really come a long way, and you won't believe what is available in 2021. Click the link below to schedule a free 1-hour consultation with me by either coming to my office, and then there's our office address, or we can do a virtual meeting or a Zoom call or even speak by phone. And then there's just a video here, and I'll quickly play the video. And I won't play the whole thing, I'll just play the first little bit. Oh. Is the sound off? What's going on here?
In my favorite state of Utah, Medicare health plan expert. Hey there, people on Medicare in my favorite state of Utah. This is Christian Brindle, Medicare health plan expert and specialist.
So, real quick, guys, what am I doing on this, right? So, I'm just sitting in our office and sitting down in front of the camera and filming a video. This video, and a lot of you guys really overcomplicate video content. This video was filmed with my iPhone, and if you notice down on my little shirt, on my shirt there, I have a little mic attached to it. And that mic is attached to it's a pin mic, and that mic is attached to my phone. That's about as techy as this whole video gets. And of course, I did a little bit of editing on the video before I actually ran it as an ad. But I scheduled it on, September 19th, and it was scheduled to begin running on October 15th. But this was very simple. I didn't use any special camera. I did do a little bit of editing, but it was filmed with my iPhone. So, for any of you guys that think that you can't make video content because you don't have the equipment, think again.
I am also here in Utah. I'm with a company that's been working with people on Medicare for about 30 years, but me, myself, I've been doing it since I was the age of 20.
So I'm doing something that a lot of people have done. I'm taking our entire company, our whole brand, and kind of pushing it out to the audience a little bit here. Of course, anybody that's watching this video doesn't think I've been doing Medicare for 30 years, but I'm with a company that's been doing it for 30 years, and I'm kind of including myself, with my dad's company and everything like that. But you should be using everything you can to kind of build your credibility in advertisements.
28 years old today. Our company, Brindle Insurance Group / Christian Brindle Insurance Services, has been working with people on Medicare for a very long time. We carry every single insurance company here in the state of Utah. And the best part of it is we're local, we're family owned, and we're here to take care of you and kind of help you out this upcoming open enrollment period. We want to be able to talk with you. We want to be able to kind of help you really kind of cut through the fluff and kind of really see if there is some advantages or disadvantages to you making any changes this open enrollment period. There's a lot of new programs coming into the marketplace here in Utah, and we know everything about them. There's a lot of different factors that kind of comes into play in terms of what's going to be best for you on your Medicare health plan. What we're going to be offering today is If you'd like to have a personal 1-hour consultation with me for free, no charge, no obligation, of course, we're going to be offering that to you today. What we're going to be doing is if you live within a 30-mile radius of where our office is in Sandy.
So anyway, guys, you kind of get the point. I'll leave a link down to the full video down in the description if anybody wants to actually watch the full video or kind of see the ad in its entirety. But so why did we do this? Why did we do this? Why didn't we just run an ad and funnel people into a landing page and have them fill out their information? Point blank, I don't have time to work any more leads. I just didn't have any time to work any more leads. It wasn't in the cards for me, this AEP. I had so many other things that I had to take care of and so many leads to take care of. I mean, thousands upon thousands of dollars of direct mail leads we were dealing with. Multiple appointments scheduled every single day with Lead Heroes for telemarketing, pre-scheduled appointments. Tons of other Facebook, leads. There were some we were buying from vendors to kind of fill in gaps. There were just so many different sources of leads we had. Tons of referrals, not to mention our existing clients that we had to service and take care of. So I just felt like I was willing to pay a little more per acquisition, if you will, if it meant saving me time. And the idea behind this is someone could see this ad and they could schedule their own appointment. And it was all automated and then just show up at the office. And I was skeptical if that would even really work, especially during a pandemic, but it did work. It did work incredibly beautifully. And I'm going to break down those numbers just here in a second. But first things first, let's actually look at the ad. Okay, so here's the ad in its entirety, right? You can see the reach. And, if you want to see this actual video, see if I can get out of this. The video ranked up, a tremendous amount of views. It had a lot of reach, and it performed very well as an ad. And this was kind of interesting. The frequency, which essentially means the average number of times each person saw your ad. So this ad was able to hit multiple people multiple times. So I think that's good. Anytime you can do that, it's always better if someone can see your ad over a multitude of different times. But it was over 6 times per person. And the total cost I spent on this ad was $899.99. Ha! Not a penny short of $900. And because this was such an experimental thing for me, I didn't want to put too much of a budget into this ad. So I only did an ad budget of $25 per day that we ran the ad. And we did a month and 5 days from October 15th to November 20th of running the ad. Now, what did we get out of this, guys? Well, I'm going to put something big on the screen here right now that's going to kind of break down our numbers. But this is kind of what it came down to. So we spent $899.99. That was our investment. And this is what we ended up getting. None of this includes any override I would make because, me being where I'm at, I make override off of my own business. This is just first year commission if I was a street level agent. So we ended up writing 13 Medicare Advantage plans as a result of this ad. Some people would schedule their own appointment and come in. Other people would just call the office. They would click on our page or go to their website or something or find us on Google and from the ad, and they would call our office. And so that was something I wasn't expecting from this particular ad, but we did have probably a little bit under half the applications we got that were people that just called into the office as a result of the ad. So it wasn't all based off of people scheduling their appointments, but over, probably out of the 13 apps, I would say 7 of them scheduled their own appointments and showed up here at the office. And that was my first time ever talking to them, meeting them, anything of the sort. We wrote 13 Medicare Advantage applications. 5 of them were new to Medicare Advantage. I believe 2 of them were new to Medicare Agent, and the other 3 were people on Medicare supplements that were very healthy that were transitioning to Medicare Advantage plans. So 5 of the 13 Medicare Advantage applications were new to Advantage. That breaks it down into a $2,695 first year commission at an average of $539 in advanced commission in January. The other 8 applications were not new to Medicare, so on an average of $270, which is the 2021 Medicare Advantage commission, that's $2,160. We wrote 1 GTL hospital indemnity that ended up being like $101, something like that, but I just rounded it down to $100 for the sake of example. So $100 in advance commission. And then we wrote 5 dental plans that will pay for all 5 of them together. On the premiums and everything, it ended up being about $570 of first year commission if they all stay on the books. That equivalates down to about $5,525 of commission that was made on this ad. Now, if I was just running an ad where I was funneling people into a landing page, we were calling the leads, that kind of stuff, just having people fill out forms, would we be able to get a lower cost of acquisition? Absolutely. Would we have maybe been able to make $10,000 instead of a little bit over $5,000? Absolutely. But my point behind an ad like this is it is a efficient ad. It's an efficient campaign because I'm not needing to take the time to pick up the phone and call people and make appointments with people and chase people down that filled out ads. I was only getting the highest intent buyers. And so the time it saved me behind it, I'm very, very thrilled behind it. So if we spent, we'll just round it up to $900. We'll round it down to $5,500. We made 6 times what we spent in first year commission. But anyway, guys, this is kind of the way it worked. Now, I know some of you guys wanted me to see if I could kind of break down the ad. And so let me see if I can kind of show you some of the targeting that we did as kind of like a little bit of a bonus here. So this is when it started, October 15th, 2020 at 1:47 Pacific time. Our potential audience was about 43,000 people with the demographics we chose. And we did obviously 65 and up, all genders. The detailed targeting, I always like to put in interest for people that have, grandkids as interest, retirement age, that kind of stuff. That typically seems to be like the kind of people that I like to actually do here. And I always excluded people from, people that liked any of my pages, because that way we weren't retargeting existing clients or wasting our money with something like that. And yeah, guys, it was pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And I've always done the best when I'm running ads doing video content because it's just more intimate between me and the audience and the potential viewer that's kind of seeing it there. And I would say this was a very, very successful campaign. It worked out incredibly well. It did exactly what I wanted it to, and I feel like anytime I can almost run something and it's completely automated where the person schedules their own appointment, they show up, we do the appointment, we're getting incredibly high intent buyers, and we can make 6 times our cost of investment. I'd say that is a win every day of the week. It was a very, very nice flow of business for AEP. It wasn't a huge amount, and if I knew what I know now, I'd go back and run at a much higher budget. Instead of $25 a day, I might have done, I don't know, maybe $80 a day or $100 a day or something like that on the ad. And maybe we'll do that in the future for next year but this was kind of an experiment and it was something that turned out really, really good, and I really did enjoy kind of doing it. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Show me some love. It's December 8th, the day after AEP. I really didn't want to come into the office today. So if you appreciate this video, do me a favor, drop a like on it, comment on what your reactions are. If you like this video, if you didn't like this video, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about it. And make sure to subscribe for future 6-figure Medicare agent content. Have a good one. Take care.